When's the last time you've trained your eyes? I know you use them every single day, but you may not be using them to their full capacity. So in this video, I'm gonna show you 4 simple exercises that you can do to improve your vision. Will this sharpen your vision? Maybe, but the big thing that we wanna focus on here is being able to take in quality information and process that information through our eyes. And these 4 movements are how we do that. Training your eyes has a big trickle-down effect with the nervous system. This helps us understand where we are in space and what we're doing. So when it comes to performing everyday tasks, athletic activities, or anything that involves coordination, by improving the quality of information that we take in through our eyes, our outputs improve as well. We'll be able to move better with more relaxation and more confidence. The first movement we're going to practice is called vergence, convergence, and divergence. You can do this with your thumbnail. You can do this with a pen. I'm going to use my handy dandy smooth hacky sack. I'm going to bring my object up to eye height, and I'm going to move it towards me slowly. And right where it starts to get blurry in my eyes is where I'm going to stop, and then I'm going to bring it away. So we call these, well, if you're using a pencil push-ups, you got the hacky sack, eye push-ups, right? But we're just going back and forth. What you're gonna notice is as I bring the bag close to me, my eyes are gonna come together. That is that convergence. As I go away, they're going to separate. That's that divergence. So I'm practicing my eyes being able to focus as an object comes closer to me and further away. And something that you'll notice on the camera is, well, as this comes closer, it gets blurry, right? As it comes further away, guess what? It comes back into focus. So what's happening through the lens in the camera right here is really indicative of what's happening through our eyes as well. Finding that range where it starts to get blurry, and then you reach away. Nice and smooth. For this next movement, I'm gonna take a step back so you can see what I'm doing. I'm gonna bring the bag out in front of my eyes just like last time. I'm gonna focus on that sweet, smooth logo, and then I'm going to bring it out to the right, follow that with my eyes without it going blurry and without my head turning, okay? I'm gonna follow it back towards the center. Just get a few reps going out to the right. I'm going to keep it in this hand, just practicing some different directions. It doesn't really matter which direction you go. You can start to find those ones that are a little bit more tricky for you. And just notice any sort of tension. This might be a little stressful on the body. That's a sign that, hey, you should probably be doing this a little bit more regularly. Going up. Out to the left. And you could also freestyle. So just following the object, making sure your head's not moving, or at least doing that to the best of your ability, and really allowing your eyes to move and track the object. The next movement is called saccades, and this is when your vision shifts really quickly from one focal point to the other. So how we're gonna practice this is by not moving the head. I'm gonna bring my 2 thumbs up here. I'm gonna make sure I'm in frame here. All right, sweet. And I'm just gonna shift from one thumbnail to the other. Now this isn't super hard of a distance here, so I could go out a little bit further, but we want to be able to stay still through the head and keep that movement in the eyes. I just noticed a little movement through my head there. So keying in on those details and really exercising your eyes here. Take a step back. In frame, I've got up and down. So again, this is not a super challenging distance, but I can still practice that movement. I can take a step back further. You can see I can go a little bit further. The last one is my favorite, the vestibulo-ocular reflex. So this is your head movement. I'm doing it right now. I'm looking directly into the camera and you're gonna see my eyes move, but I'm staying focused on a particular point. I'm gonna bring the bag up at eye height once again, and I'm just gonna start to turn my head. Notice how the eyes are staying focused on a particular object. And what this is doing is this is linking up your visual system with your vestibular system. The inner ear, that you can think of as more of your balance system. And so these are gonna work in conjunction quite a bit when it comes to any sort of athletic or dynamic movement. Next one we're gonna do, same thing, going into those head nods. And then you saw me doing it earlier. I'm gonna go into those figure eights. And this is one where you can get really wrapped up in going big with that infinity symbol, but you don't need to. In fact, you don't necessarily want to, especially if your eyes start to drift. Reverse in directions. There you have it, 4 eye exercises that will improve your vision. I encourage you to do each one of those exercises for 30 seconds to a minute. That will take you about 5 minutes, and I wouldn't be super concerned about getting the perfect routine dialed in. The big thing is going to be consistency with this and just moving your eyes in these different ways on a more consistent basis. That's what's going to improve your vision and improve the processing of that visual information that will carry over into any sort of coordinated activity in your life. Which reminds me, there is a bonus exercise. Any exercise that involves hand-eye coordination or foot-eye coordination. So I'm just gonna tap the hacky sack, and as I go through this, I'm literally working those 4 movements that we just went over in isolation. So if you got some skills, you can go ahead and start kicking the bag around. Took my eye off. That's all I've got for you in this video. Make sure you practice this stuff often, every day if possible. You're gonna notice improvements. If you have any further questions, drop them in the comments below. Like this video, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you next time. Stay smooth.